Hey everybody, welcome to Craft Beer Republic. We're a show about craft beer and craft beer and craft beer, and sometimes we get drunk. And we usually don't start the show until we're well lubed and Flex is vibing.
You gotta vibe, and can't vibe if you're not lubing. Tell me I'm wrong.
Let's lube those vibes and vibe that lube. Welcome in, everybody. It's the Craft Beer Republic, the most hydrated nation in all the land. I am Greg. I am being joined by the BMF himself, Fleximus Maximus. What's going on, buddy?
Oh man, just nothing much. Just a little psyched over Wrestlemania still. Still feeling the vibes. A little pumped up.
Hey, if you're excited, if you're excited to drink some beer tonight, give me a hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah!
Mm-hmm.
Was that good enough for you?
I liked it. I'm not able to stand up now. And joining me in studio, which I apologize for now. Sorry about that. Luckily, I have a desk hiding things. Is Coley 316. What's happening?
Oh, I'm dying. I'm great. Thanks for having me back on.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to, talk about Wrestlemania
There
too.
is some things to talk about. Coley was over here watching it with us, so we'll compare notes in just a couple of few. Very excited. We're all drinking the same beer. We'll sip on that in a second. We got a lot to talk about. Of course, ludicrous libation law. Some huge craft beer news happened last week while we were off the air, and I cannot wait to start discussing that. But in the meantime, let's throw up two middle fingers and have the guy down there with the cooler toss us a couple of beers. My beer. First of all, huge shout out to James over at Firestone Walker. He hit us up and wanted us to be able to try their latest release, so sent it to not only down here at the CBR studios, but all the way to Waukee, Wisconsin, so Flex could try some too. So
yeah, massive cheers out to Firestone.
Yeah,
that was outstanding. Very
excited. It's always nice when we can all drink the same beer. So on that note, we are drinking Firestone Walker's brand new Hopnosis IPA. It is 6.7%, has 45 IBUs, and a 3.8 on Untapped with an 88 on Beer Advocate. They say Hopnosis is an innovative IPA brewed with the coveted Cryo hops pellets. Yeah. I haven't started drinking yet.
I don't even have it in front of me, and
you would think I wouldn't
Cairo,
either.
is that an Egyptian hop? That's so interesting.
It's the new Egyptian hop, yeah. We double dry hop this beer with varieties from the U.S., New Zealand, and not Egypt, creating an explosion of tropical fruit flavors, including mango, passion fruit, white grape, and lychee. And I must say, the first thing I picked out of that was the white grape. I get like white wine notes out of this bad boy.
I love it. It is so crisp.
Yeah, it's super clean, super crisp. 45 IBUs is like wheelhouse for me.
Yes.
Yep.
I definitely get the white grape, the white wine characteristics, the mango in there too. I mean, at 6.7 ABV, man, we can crush this shit all day.
Yeah, it almost makes it a little dangerous. It's so drinkable, but weighing at 6.7. Yeah, a lot of white grape, a lot of white wine, and a little bit of that dank on the finish. It's definitely a West Coast through and through. They're not hiding that at all.
Well, I love that it's just not bitter though. With the lower IBUs, it's just
not
too
teeth shattering. Yeah, this is a nice maybe out on the boat beer. The sun
or
comes
swimming.
out.
Yeah, I'm thinking
beer.
like I hope
Definitely
they sell
out
it
in
in
the
12
sun
packs
beer for sure.
Yeah, let's. You have your membership. Maybe we can get discounts on this all summer long.
Definitely. Shout out to Firestone.
Yeah,
good job, guys. This is delicious.
This is really good. And I love the old, let's get fancy and sciencey with our cryo hops. Not to be confused with Cryo hops.
Yes.
Those are very different.
Yeah, the hops of the Egyptians.
Right.
Love it.
The King Tut hops and the Cleopatra hops.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of what those people were called. Like
the pharaohs?
Yeah, that was the word. Yeah,
the pharaoh hops. I like that. Hieroglyphic hops.
Oh,
I was thinking hieroglyphics when you said Cairo instead of cryo.
Egypt was my favorite part of sixth grade history. Like, I fell down the rabbit hole.
Oh, I did too. In fact, our big presentation, was a group presentation, we wrote a rap song to Gangster's Paradise about Egypt.
And you
That
have
sounds
this
exactly
filed
like
away
something you would
somewhere
do, I
that you
believe
can read it on the show.
I don't think, I mean, this was like pre-computers. I mean, it was barely computers. We had two stereos, one playing the song and one recording
Oh my god!
as we like rapped. It was pretty gangster. But if I ever come across that cassette tape, I'll happily share.
Thank
with
you.
Everybody.
How many people out there know what cassette tapes are?
Yeah.
There's a young audience, or we have a little older audience?
Yeah, we'll see where our demo is. Tweet at us and let us know. All right, a lot to get to. First, I'm going to bring it down for just a second, and it's not beer related mostly, but last week the world lost one of my favorite drummers in Taylor Hawkins, drummer for the Foo Fighters, and that was a huge loss to the musical world. And I will say that I was out at Naughty Pine drinking when the announcement came across. Deb texted me; she was the first person to text me, and I
think everybody thought of you right away when they found out.
Well, I was also just by chance wearing one of my Foo Fighters shirts. So at that point, I then got the attention of everybody that night. Everyone that had heard came up to me, "Hey man, have you heard? No, I'm just some Foo Fighters fan wearing a Foo Fighters shirt. Haven't heard the bad news yet. Shut the fuck up and leave me alone." Multiple people came up and because it said Foo across my chest, tapped me on the chest "Hey man," and tap, tap.
One guy was weird.
So
he
weird.
Touched your breast.
Yeah, full on titty grab.
Yeah, and I almost thought I had a throwdown for you. I was like, oh, is it going to be one of those nights now? You stood up for me with crazy guy and that one time, and I thought I was going to have to do it for you. I was like, oh, this guy wants to fucking rumble. Apparently,
it was so weird, but huge loss and lots of sadness. And I have just basically been listening to Foo Fighters on repeat. And, some Taylor Hawkins in the coattails, deep cut if no one's ever listened to his band. And of course Chevy metal if you like old 80s metal.
Who doesn't?
Mm-hmm. All right, on to the happy things. Don't forget, April 16th, Naughty Pine, 5:30 p.m. We've set the time, which means it's going to happen. Come out for the live show. Batch 300 party. We're going to party up with Britt. Live show, interview. We're going to taste some beers. We're going to talk about her. It's going to be a fucking blast. So Naughty Pine in Westlake Village, California, 5:30, April 16th. Come party with us. Check out our Facebook. We have an event page as we're coming out with updates. We're updating there. And of course, on the website, craftbeerrepublic.com, there are updates there as well. Also, our collab beer with 14 Cannons, Morning Watch, the coffee Kolsch that I cannot get enough of, does not have a lot of ratings on Untappd. People, go on Untappd and give it 5 stars.
I'll have to do that.
I thought the other day, I was like,
it's one of my favorite beers.
Thank you. I was like, I should go rate my own beer. And I went on there and it was 8 reviews. I was like, come on.
That's it?
Yeah.
I mean, I say that so shockingly, and I have not revied mine yet.
See, you're part of the problem.
I still have to crack my can. I'm just so excited about it that I'm just, it's I don't want to. When's the opportunity? I have one can. I don't want to ruin it.
Don't waste the opportunity. Don't have any kids around. They might knock it over. No dogtails. Nothing like that.
Need some quiet flex time with some Morning Watch.
And I will tell you, it's great in the morning.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Ooh, noted.
A little week, if you have a weekend day off, like a Saturday morning or something.
I do have Saturday morning off coming up.
There you go.
Well,
get your workout in, get your pump in, and then...
Nothing like a pump, a little Morning Watch, and then a Taekwondo tournament.
That sounds awful, the last part.
Hashtag dad life.
You're going to need something a little stronger than Morning Watch then.
I'll bring a flask.
Yeah, you better.
I contemplated putting mimosa in my hydro flask and taking it to my nephew's t-ball game on Saturday.
Did you do
That's
it?
a rowdy idea.
No, I didn't because I wanted to see what the vibe was there.
Too sober, apparently.
Oh, honestly, if I would have been drinking, I probably would have laughed even harder. Yeah, I laughed for a whole hour straight. It is
at kids' t-ball.
It is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. It's so funny. I mean, they just don't know it anyway.
Nobody knows what the hell.
Yeah, they don't know which ways to run, and they still miss the ball in the tee, and it's wild.
Oh, my nephew tried to use his ungloved hand to scoop the ball into his gloved hand because he didn't want to take his foot off first base.
Oh, uh-huh.
And I was like, buddy, come on.
That's not how this works.
Yeah, and just watching when they have to swing on the tee and they hit the actual tee and the ball just goes boop and just pops down and you're like, come on, like, oh my god, and just
what is this, amateur hour?
Haven't you played T-ball before?
Was hilarious. Everything about it. They're big old heads and helmets and they're running like, oh my god,
it's true.
It's like watching Wii T-ball.
Yeah,
it's oh my god, like seriously, guys. Oh, you guys won't be here next weekend, but I'm like, if you guys ever have a weekend to come watch it, alcohol or not, you will die laughing. It is so entertaining.
Maybe I should get high first, like pop a couple gummies.
That would be fun.
Come watch some T-ball.
Oh my god, you'll die. It's so funny.
I don't have any kids there. I can laugh my ass off.
Yeah.
I don't care if I offend parents. Yeah, it's funny if you think about it. Like they never made helmets that small.
No,
like batting helmets.
They look like bobbleheads.
Yeah, I think they figured like no one under 10 is going to play baseball. So all these little 4-year-olds are running around with like 10-year-old size helmets. And...
Oh my god! And this one little boy has the curliest locks, like the most gorgeous, like ringlet curls. And his parents keep his hair long, and oh my god, he's just adorable.
That's funny.
Oh, they were so cute. It was the best thing ever.
I'm surprised. I was worried about you, having to go and kids sports.
I know, and I actually, what's happening to me?
Are you gonna have a kid?
No, I just really enjoyed it. I'm shocked.
The fuck is wrong?
No alcohol needed, and I enjoyed it.
You might need an intervention over here.
Hashtag maturity.
I guess so. And then the last thing I'll bring
Cheers to that.
Yeah. Last thing I'll bring up is we got actually a couple pieces of feedback. We got a couple feedbacks, which apparently means we have more than one listener. About
is that how you say it? Is that proper feedback?
It is now.
Is that how you say that?
I feel like feedback itself could be plural or singular.
Yeah. But I like the S on the end.
It's like moose. I saw a moose.
Enjoyed
there
it.
are many moose there.
That's true.
You don't say mooses. You don't say mooses. Squirrel
mooses.
and a moose.
But yeah, we got feedbacks from people about the new intro that Flex and I did last week, where it was us and our real shit attempt at acting. And so thanks for being listeners, and thanks for enjoying, and thanks for feedback. We always enjoy feedback. Also, these ideas are going to run out real fast. So if you've got any intro ideas or want to like help record one or something, try and keep it somewhat clean at the beginning of the show. We don't want to scare people off, but that well is going to run dry real soon. So let us know. Help us out.
Yeah, I just think two guys who run a podcast lack creativity. Who would have thought?
No, we drank all our creativity away.
Amen.
Down the hatch. Ludicrous libation law. We're going back to Tejas because they're full of smart ones. In the town of, I'm gonna butcher this and I don't care, Lefort.
I think it's Lefort, like mall rats. Lefort.
Okay, let's
security guard.
Let's French it up a little bit, like Lefort, because they probably hate that in Texas. In the city of Lefort, town of, the law prohibits taking more than 3 sips of beer at a time while standing.
Oh, take me away.
Yeah.
So what do you have to take, like 2 sips and then sit and then stand back up and take 2 sips and sit and stand back up?
Yeah.
Can you do a squat? Like, does that count? Like, if you're squatting down?
I don't know. Quick plank.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
A burpee? I mean, I don't know what they
go
want.
down on a knee. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Is it like wrestling where you have to like roll out of the ring and back in the ring and then back out to reset the time? And
the 3 count and you're done.
Yeah. I don't get it. Thanks, Texas. Speaking of Texas, the host of Wrestlemania this year was, in fact, Dallas, Texas. And I swear we won't do more than 28 minutes on this. But all 3 of us on this pod right now watched night 1, at the very least, of Wrestlemania.
And all 2 of us enjoyed it.
Hey, I laughed kind of like I did at T-ball. Okay?
A lot of bobbleheads.
It's just so ridiculous to me. I'm like, how?
Wrestling's not fake.
It is so, I don't even know.
You just have to appreciate it for what it is.
Just like the like their faces, they're just so dramatic. Like, they just look like
it's a soap opera, Coley. They gotta act.
Yeah,
they sure do. Side note, though, I was shocked about this. I didn't know Ronda Rousey was in wrestling.
Oh yeah, she's in and out, and then had a kid.
It's really hard to tell because she doesn't know how to wrestle. So I totally understand.
There is a
He's
little bit
just
of that going on.
the super pits of wrestling.
It's that match, her and Charlotte Flair, not great. Went on a little too long. And I love
Super
watching
long.
Charlotte Flair. I love watching the women more than most of the men in WWE right now. I don't even watch WWE anymore.
Women, it's just not clean wrestling. You know, I feel like you get a lot more botches, botched moves, missed moves, and then the commentary has to clean it up. They're like, oh, she didn't get all of that one, or she missed it by a step. And
to be fair, I haven't watched WWE in a couple years, but like I will watch any Charlotte Flair or Sasha Banks or the main ones. They do a much better job in WWE with the women's matches, and Becky Lynch. I mean, their storylines are better than half.
Yeah,
the men's too.
they are. The storylines are way better.
I mean, the man Becky Lynch. She was the next coming of Stone Cold for a while,
and then she had a kid.
I know. They always fuck it up. But speaking of Stone Cold, that was the real reason I watched. I told my dad, who was a huge Stone Cold fan back in the day, as in yesterday. If Stone Cold comes back, we'll get it. So once it was announced he was coming back, I was like, all right, we'll get it. So
I even went to Target and bought a $12.99 shirt that said Wrestlemania on it so I could fit in with my cool friends.
Yeah, I bought myself a Stone Cold shirt, and the wife wore my Wrestlemania
Which
shirt.
Which was the same one, coincidentally, that I bought from Target. Shannon and I were twinsies.
Yeah,
that
Flex
was fun.
has that shirt too. You guys
I
should
do have
it.
that same exact shirt.
Oh, and then we got Nick one that didn't fit, but he wore it anyway. We're going to return it. Don't tell anybody. Sorry, Amazon. It's Ric Flair with his Woo face on the Tang, like Wu-Tang. So it's Wu-Tang. Get it?
I liked it. Flex
I
doesn't
dig
get it.
No, I want. Yeah, I don't get it. Come on.
It was really
I 100%
funny.
dig that.
Yeah, but I will say that Stone Cold match, I was pleasantly surprised. I was very afraid he was going to come out, talk some trash, couple punches, stunner, beer, and that was going to be the end of the night. And it turned into a real match. I mean, when he took the suplex on the cement, I just
On
about
the
lost
cement?
my mind.
Yeah.
I was like, that old man, that old fuck out there just got suplex on the cement.
I think the entire universe of wrestling fans lost their mind because everybody was thinking the same thing. And I think the match went on for like something like 19 minutes.
Was it that long?
Yeah, it was way longer than anybody had ever thought it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So.
It was great. I mean,
it ended with a lot of alcohol abuse.
Yeah. Stone Cold has gotten worse at drinking beer somehow. Like in
Worse
the
at
90s,
drinking
he was
beer.
bad.
Shameless promotion. Here's the funniest thing about that match. So
Sponsored by
It was
El
about-
Segundo Brewing.
it was about 2 minutes into the match, and they get knocked to the outside, and he asks for a
I
beer
know where
already.
that's going. Yep.
And he takes the one sip of the beer, and then he sets it down in the corner of the ring. And I'm thinking to myself, well, wow, that's a lot of beer left in that can. And then after he wins the match, so we're talking like 18 minutes later now, there's this camera shot of him celebrating, but from the corner where he left the can, and it is just the clean shot of the El Segundo, Stone Cold Lager or whatever it's called. And I was just like,
Broken
wow,
Skull,
that is...
get it right.
Yeah, Broken Skull, shame on me. And I'm just like, that is like, if that's not like a Wayne's World, like shameless promotion scene, that was perfect.
Pepsi. Yeah, that was hilarious. And then poured out at least a case and a half of beers, and that was unfortunate.
How many do you think he actually drank, though?
We were saying, we joked and said maybe one.
Yeah, like maybe one or two full
He would
beers.
like crack it open and pour some of it in his mouth, and then his shirt wore it, like, or the audience or the ring. I
the
just
camera wore it at one point.
Yeah,
and he started doing this thing where he would squeeze the beer as it opened.
Yeah, and it would like foam into
and
his
it would
mouth.
foam. Yeah, I think that way he got even less liquid because then it just foam into his mouth. And
it was bizarre. I was like, what? And it was like a good beer.
Yeah, I mean, I understand he doesn't want to get hammered in the ring, but maybe drink a little, drink fewer cans, but actually get a little more beer. I don't know. It was
alcohol abuse.
Yeah, that poor beer. That poor beer. But I had a blast. That was a lot of fun, and
it was.
We had the Broken Skull Lager and the Broken Skull IPA on hand for the night, and good times.
Well, nostalgia reigned supreme.
Yeah,
as did Stone Cold, and it was a wonderful night for everybody.
And I gotta say, he looks great. I mean that in the straightest way possible.
He looks the same as he did 20 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, he looks ripped as ever, and he looks good.
Well, he didn't have his shirt off.
No, but like you could see those guns hanging out. His sleeve would come up.
He's
I'm like,
always
Jesus.
just been that. He's got like that man thickness, like that man strength.
I heard he had a ring installed in his backyard leading up to this, so he could.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah. So I knew he wouldn't half-ass anything. You know, he's not like Kane coming back 900 times and that kind of thing. Look, I love Shawn Michaels, but that guy has come out of retirement more times than Michael Jordan. And
but at least he finally like shaved his head though, right?
HBK?
Yeah, so he doesn't have like that monkey butt ponytail. You know?
Yeah. Because he was clearly going bald, but didn't want anybody to know it.
Yeah, and then he couldn't but he still wanted the long hair look and threw it up in the ponytail. And it looked like he glued a ponytail onto his head.
Ew, that's so
bad.
disgusting.
Yeah, it was super bad.
Well, because he still had the front little puff and then was balding and then had the back where the long hair was. So it just looked, and then he'd try to pull the front to the back to cover up like it's like a bridge of hair over the empty river.
I'm so grossed out right now.
It's super gross.
Empty scalp river.
I'm so not turned on right now.
That makes one of us. Wait a minute. But yeah, great night. And then night 2, Stone Cold came back out. I only watched that part because, in fact, your husband Nick texted me because his stepmom was texting him.
Linda was
Stone
so
Cold,
into it
that he was back out there. So I looked it up and I watched it. And good God, I don't think anyone's ever taken a stunner worse than Vince McMahon on Sunday nights. That was the worst.
Well, I mean, when he got kicked for the stunner, it just looked like his body went into shock.
It looks like that that half a beer he had made him drunk. I just had half a lager. I am fucked up. Mm-hmm.
It was very unsettling.
Yeah.
Nostalgia couldn't save that one.
No, nostalgia fills in a lot of gaps, but couldn't quite make that one work.
No, it was
Vince is 76
Coley
years
said
old.
chugging. It was so bad.
Oh God, it's so bad.
Yeah, that was good times. It was a fun show, nonetheless.
You know what? It brought people together, and that's what matters.
Brought people together, and we all got drunk. That's what matters. All right, listener, we're sorry. We'll move on from wrestling.
How embarrassing.
I know, right? So big news out of the craft beer world. Last week, Stone won their case against Molson Coors. The whole situation where the Keystone cans kind of hid the key and just said Stone across them.
Yeah.
They were awarded $56 million after asking for $216 million. So didn't quite get what they wanted. Now, the interesting thing that came out of this, and I think we touched on this a couple weeks ago, is that Stone owes some investors a total of $434 million, and that payment's coming up next June.
That's a lot of $1 million.
It's a lot of millions in there.
Yeah.
It's almost $500 million. And
I'm not a math major, but I know it's a lot of millions.
Lots of millions. Got some feedbacks, and that's a lot of millions.
Nobody said we're perfect.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so anyways, $56 million. And then after that announcement, Molson Coors said, oh, hey, by the way, we're going to do a rebranding of Keystone. No shit.
Shocker.
And they said they'd been planning on this since before the judgment.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Stupid.
Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe they're just trying to see how long it would go on for.
Maybe they thought they'd have a chance or something.
I don't know, but let's be I mean, I was 21 once, right? Me, my 3 buddies would walk across the street to the liquor store, and we'd all buy 2 cases of Keystone for our parties. And I mean, we called them Stones back then. Everybody called them Stones. So I totally see why. Yeah, I totally see why they did it. But yeah.
Yeah. I've had a few of those in my day. Scott's been known to have those readily available at his house of residence.
Oh.
Hey, you want a beer? I don't know. What is it? Interesting news. Speaking of cryo hops, not to be confused with Cairo hops. So dumb. Yakima Chief Hops has gotten a patent. Has gotten a patent for its cryo hops process, identified as patent number US 11214-765B2. This unique process takes whole hop cones and gently separates the components using cold temperatures and liquid nitrogen with a single pass through a mechanical sieve. The lupulin glands, got that one out, containing the oils and resins that give beers their distinct hop flavors, are isolated, creating a concentrated lupulin powder. The minimalistic handling and low oxygen environment are ideal for preserving quality and producing the highest alpha product, a key component to brewing delicious, hoppy beers. The powder is cold pressed into pellets for maximum brewing efficiency.
How do hops get in your blood?
I don't know, Huel. Let me tell you.
I'm just pretty sure you said lubulin.
Lupulin.
Yeah, lubulin.
Nailed it.
Flex and I over here just thinking about lube.
Yeah. Can't blame you.
It's a game changer.
That was very sciencey. There's so much science happening in that patent.
Yeah, there's a lot of nerd stuff happening. So,
Well, and they say they do it gently. I just hope it's consensual. Like the hop wants it to happen.
Right. Hey, yes means yes. All right? Don't forget. Even if you're a hop.
And no means cryo.
Quote of the night.
It's raining hops.
You know it, Huel. This one I just saw minutes before we were going to air with the show. I said going to air like we're live. Moments before we were going to hit record. Busch Beer. Yes, that Busch is selling what has to be the most perfect kit of all times. It is on their website. You can get Busch Light with not only a cap for your beer, and I know what you're thinking, why the fuck would I want to cap a Busch Light? I want to drink it as quickly as possible and never remember it again. And along with it, a funnel so that you can pee into the can and then seal it up and throw it away at a later time.
So sip it, piss it, seal it, toss it?
Yep. Sounds like a Bop It commercial.
It does.
Sip it.
Piss it.
Drip it. Cap it.
Toss it.
So is this crappy beer finally admitting that it's just a bunch of piss in those cans or what?
That is the strangest marketing.
Right. Go to Busch Beer and buy their sip it, drip it, cap it.
Tell you
kit.
what, tailgating's never going to be the same.
That is for sure.
You're going to see so many car doors open with,
And blue funnels
people
hanging out.
pissing behind their car doors, but it's going into their Busch Light can
Oh,
and
God.
sealing it shut and then throwing it. Ugh. Someone.
You can't recycle piss. Like that's
Well,
like,
that's what I'm thinking.
that goes against like recycling, and we're trying to reduce our carbon footprints right now, and
Right.
they just want us to throw cans of piss away.
Yeah, they say
Fuck you, Busch Light.
on their post it says, do you know urine can make trees more susceptible to disease, pests, and nutrient loss? That's why this Earth Month we've partnered with One Tree Planted to keep the great outdoors great. It's simple.
That makes sense.
It's simple. Sip it, drip it, cap it. Save a tree, pee in a bush, as in the can. Tag a friend who needs a kit and purchase one for yourself today at the link in bio. Coley looks disgusted.
I've peed on a lot of trees in my life, and none of them have died. So
Still standing.
yeah, I mean, they got that one right.
Yeah. So thanks, Busch Light. We will.
If anybody gets one of these though and tries it out, no pics or videos, but let us know how it went.
I mean, I have a shiwi, which is
Oh, do
essentially
you?
what that looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend bought it for me for my birthday.
So you can stand up and pee.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, just hook it up to your Busch Light can. And...
Yeah, I'll have to go purchase one now and make sure there's caps.
Right. I'm getting a flashback of Dumb and Dumber when he gets pulled over.
Oh my God. They're stuck together.
Yeah.
Oh, when he has them in the beer bottle and the guy takes a
and
sip.
he
Yeah.
offers him the beer.
Yeah. Let me see that. Oh, officer, I don't think. Oh, give me that if you know what's good for you. Yeah. I don't know if you'll notice the difference, though, between a fresh bush and a.
Tell you, if
bush.
it's warm, you will have zero idea.
Yeah. Either way. Yeah.
So disgusting.
So weird and so gross. Some bad news in the beer world, and I think we can do our part to make this better. U.S. beer shipments are down nearly 1.5 million barrels through the first 2 months of 2022. February alone saw a negative 5.8%.
Because we're not all stuck at home quarantining for the second year in a row.
So we're not buying beer?
Not as much
I
as when
guess
we
not.
were like stuck at home all day.
Well, now I'm buying my beer out.
Yeah, that's true.
So get out there and buy some beer and support your breweries and shit. Pennsylvania, this is a cool idea. Pennsylvania-based Broken Goblet Brewing, Trogdor Brewing, and Lucky Cat Beer Company are merging their operations to form the Mutual Respect Brewing and Distilling Collective. So these 3 breweries are getting together and making one. Kind of a cool idea. Help survive. And
Yeah, that is
Like
cool.
they're gonna have like one building.
it seems
Or are
like
they all just gonna work together?
it seems like they're going to work together. Share resources, maybe share contracts, that kind of thing. So far, I haven't seen any evidence of it just being one building, but who knows? Kind of a new idea.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
like
hate
a commune.
it. Bunch of hippies out there.
Beer commune.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. Think about it. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of breweries living together, brewing beer together.
Yeah, fornicating with each other's
It's
significant
weird.
others.
Weird,
Yeah, that is
It's a lot
kinda-
of beer brains, though. I feel like that's pretty good for the business.
Yeah, might be some good innovations coming out of there. Then finally, Flex, I know you were looking at purchasing Milwaukee Brewing Company. Now that they're for sale up in your hood.
It has crossed my mind.
Yeah, it seems like a solid financial investment. The only
Yeah.
problem is I hope you have your pennies saved because they've said now that starting offers need to be above $10 million.
It's not as many millions as 434.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
If you would have
But-
won that, you would have had, like, what, 44 million left
Right.
over or something?
Yeah.
And you guys
but,
said we weren't math experts.
Yeah. 46 million,
Oh.
my bad. They got 56, 10 million.
Oh, yeah.
there,
She pulled out her calculator.
You did.
No, I had to look at the show sheet Shoshana over here so I could look at the amount.
Show sheet, Shauna.
So you got your pennies squared away there?
I don't have that many pennies.
Okay. Be a lot
I
of
got a
pennies.
few pennies.
I got 5 on
Maybe-
He
it.
definitely has his 2 cents.
Ah.
But
and
no.
on that
Maybe I
note, JK.
My offer for Milwaukee Brewing Company is like a wink and a flex.
I'll throw $20 in.
I got 5 on it.
Deal.
Yeah.
Deal.
You got 25 from over here, a wink and a flex, and maybe a dick pic from you.
Yeah, maybe that'll do it.
And then flash your titties.
Yeah.
Titties.
Oh, I'm very good at that.
Yeah.
Oh, we know.
Hey, now.
Hey, you're an all-star. Um,
Get paid.
yeah. Sorry, I need more beer.
Boo.
I know. I was trying to be good. I was like, Greg, let's share a beer. Now we're both out of beer and we're sad.
I know. Big mistake.
Well, that makes 3 of us.
Yeah. Time for a refill. All right. With that, we'll hit some music. We will say, hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
Oh, hi, Vanessa.
Very, very mature of you, Flex. That was a very mature, sophisticated hi, Vanessa.
I'm growing up.
I like to see that. I think she'll appreciate it. She can listen without curling up in the corner now. I hope you all will go follow us on the socials, Craft Beer Republic. Of course, Flex Me a Beer _, in between. Coley, Ice Cold Beer _ after each word. CraftBeerRepublic.com, 805-538-BEER, 2337. That's the number to call or text if you're drunk. Mail at craftbeerrepublic.com. And don't forget, April 16th, 5:30, Naughty Pine. Come out for the live show. It's gonna be a blast. I do believe that is everything. I hope everyone is staying very well hydrated.
And on that note,
Good night, everybody.